Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the Neca Pennywise from IT Chapter 2. Now this is the first Pennywise figure they've made from Chapter 2, but boy, they made a bunch of Pennywises from Chapter 1. So I'm really curious to see if this is going to be a unique sculpt or another reuse. But this guy looks pretty good from the pictures I saw so far. So let's go ahead and check out the packaging here. You see the front, we've got Pennywise looking all creepy there in the shadows. IT Chapter 2, the top, not much different going on there. Side, here's his face up close. Neca. Other side, pretty much same thing. The bottom, there is a barcode in case that helps anybody, as well as some credits. On the back side here, you can see Pennywise with all the different heads. Looks like 5 of them in this package. This is one of NECA's ultimate figures. It comes in a window box package with Velcro on the side. Open it up on the inner panel. Here's the figure reaching out for somebody. And then here he is in the package. Looks like he comes with, what is that, 5 additional hands. Looks like totaling 7 hands. Another balloon to add to the collection. And it looks like 3 alternate heads, totaling 4 interchangeable heads, and they all look great. This one, kiss style with the tongue sticking out. This one, a little bit normal. This one, the evil grin, and then a sort of regular looking head. Pretty cool. Can't wait to crack them open. So with no further ado, let's do just that. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. Looks like he comes with 5 alternate hands, totaling 7 interchangeable hands. A balloon, 3 alternate heads, totaling 4 interchangeable heads. But before we look at the accessories, let's check out the actual figure. Now this is Pennywise from Chapter 2, the second IT film. I'm really curious if he uses the exact same body, which it kind of looks like he does. But it looks like he's going to at least have 4 unique head sculpts. Traditional body, looks like you got the double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, little puffs on there. His face looks fantastic. He's got that sort of texture like he's cracking, like the curl up here. Overall, really creepy face. But it looks like it's going to be a lot of the same, but we'll dig in deep to that in this video. And then here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with his hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are some open, sort of relaxed hands. Here he is with his second pair of hands. These hands are kind of gripping hands. They got a pretty small slit there, could hold something small. Of course, you'd have to take that from one of the previous Pennywise releases, as the only accessory this guy comes with is the balloon. And here's his third pair of hands. These are sort of some grabbing, creepy looking hands. These are the hands he came with in the package and are probably the hands I'm going to display him with the most. And he has a fourth left hand. This hand here is obviously intended to hold his balloon, as it's got a very small hole in the center there. They've released a hand like this with a previous Pennywise figure. Now let's look at his heads. He's got a total of 4 of them. They're all very creepy looking. The first one is as normal as you're going to get from this guy. One big difference, he's got a curl at the top of his hair. The second one, he's got a huge menacing smile. The third one, he's got his tongue sticking out, kiss style. And the fourth one, sort of a regular head, almost looking like a regular person. Here's his first head. Creepy looking face, hair, and smile. Liking it a lot. Here's his second head. This one has got a huge smile, like he's laughing or proud of himself at something he just did. And you know it was something twisted. Here's his third head, with this exaggerated tongue sticking out. Boy, put Gene Simmons to shame. And here's his fourth head. This is probably my favorite head from this figure. We've gotten so many different Pennywise heads in the past. It's nice to get something a little bit different. This one almost looks like a regular person in clown makeup. Definitely reminds me of Jerome Valeska from the TV show Gotham. I think it just came out very nicely. And while we're on the subject of Pennywise heads, here are all of them that they've made so far, and not a single one is completely identical. And then just a closer look at all the different Pennywise heads. The first three here are from the original Chapter 1 Pennywise release. The next two are from the bladed up GameStop exclusive version. And the next four are from the Wellhouse version. This guy here is from the accessory pack. These four are from the Dancing Clown version. These two are from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive sketch version. These four are from Chapter 2. Then we've got 4 of the Tim Curry Pennywise heads, and 3 more of the second version of Tim Curry. We've got a total of 20 of the remake Pennywise heads, and then 7 Tim Curry heads, totaling 27 different Pennywise heads. One cool thing about all these heads, there are 20 different heads for the remake of It, and any of those 20 heads will fit on any of the Pennywise bodies from that film, giving you a ton of different variety of display options. Next, we've got Pennywise's signature red balloon from the film. This thing looks pretty good. It's got a balloon at the top, and it's got this bendy wire at the bottom. You can sort of morph it to any shape you'd like. Here are all the different balloons we received through all the different Pennywise releases. There's a total of 14 of these. Getting to be quite the collection. Here he is holding his balloon accessory. Just like the previous releases, if you don't take that hand and extend the hole a little bit, stick something in there and sort of stretch it out, you won't be able to put the balloon in there very easily. With this release, as well as some previous ones, I would try to stick the balloon into the hole, and it would strip some of the coating off the bendy wire. Just stretch out his hand a little bit before you do this, and it'll work just fine. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, next let's check out the height of this guy. So from bottom to top, this guy's sitting at about 7.5 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 19 centimeters. Now let's check out this guy's articulation. Starting with his head here. Of course, you're going to rotate from side to side. Look down about that far, up about that far. Shoulders on ball joint, they can go out a little bit less than 90 degrees. This sort of ruffled area is blocking the articulation. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. There is a bicep cut, and it's hidden nicely with the ruffles there. He's got double jointed elbows, done a little bit uniquely. There's a bit of material between his forearm here and his bicep. It can rotate on both the top and the bottom, going in about this far. It can swivel at the top, and it can swivel at the bottom as well. His wrist here, sort of on ball joint, you can rotate around. It's got a little bit of in and out motion. It's not hinged, like I said, just sort of on a ball in there. He's got a ball joint at the bottom of his torso, can rotate around. It can also allow him to go forward and back. Legs here, they are on a ball joint, but you're going to get a lot of blockage here. They can only go about this far. Then go forward about that far, and back, really not too much. They can move independently of the ball a little bit, but like I said, you're not able to do that much with it. Double jointed knees, done very similar to the elbows. You can bend at the top, you can also bend at the bottom, but they don't go back as far as I would expect. They can rotate at the top as well as the bottom. His foot here looks like it's able to go up and down, and then it can tilt just a hair, and it can sort of rotate, rock at the same time. Next, let's check out the reuse from previous Pennywise figures. Here he is next to the original Pennywise from Chapter 1. Starting with their feet here. Looks like the feet are exactly the same. The shading on the paint is a little bit different throughout the guys. Looks like the legs are 100% the same sculpt. So I'd say from the waist down, they're identical. Looks like the torso areas are the same. I'd say the arms and hands look the same. Although the old one has a little bit more string on this sleeve or whatnot. One thing I do notice is different. The little frilly thing around their neck is definitely a different sculpt. Their heads are different. But beyond that, I'd say the rest of their body is the same. And now, let's check them out compared with some of their action figures. Starting off with the other Pennywise figures. Here he is next to the first Pennywise release from Chapter 1. And here with the GameStop exclusive Bloodied Up version. Then the Wellhouse version. Here with the Pennywise that came with the accessory pack. And then with the Dancing Clown version. Then with the sketch version. Then with the first version of the Tim Curry Pennywise. And then with the second version of the Tim Curry Pennywise. Here he is next to the entire Pennywise collection. We've gotten honestly too many different variations of Pennywise. It would shock me if they didn't make at least one more from Chapter 2. But is it really necessary? Here he is next to a whole bunch of different NECA horror figures. Here he is with several different children or teenager action figures. I thought these guys would go great for Pennywise victims, kind of like in the film. They're pretty much all from Stranger Things, except we've got John Connor from Terminator 2 as well. And now, let's check him out with some action figure lines from different various companies to see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. I'll try to include some clown figures in these comparisons when possible. Here he is with some of his NECA brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from NECA Toys. Here he is with some DST or Diamond Select toys. Then with some McFarlane toys. Here he is with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. Then with some Mattel wrestling figures. And here he is with some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Then next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And with some Mafex figures. Then some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here with some SH Figure Arts action figures. And with some Jazzwares figures. So overall, this is a decent figure. His sculpt is very nice. His articulation is good, but lacking in some areas. Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, but they don't get you a big range of motion. His, skirt type thing really hinders his articulation as well. But the real question here, do you need to buy this Pennywise if you have some of the other Pennywise figures? And honestly, I would say no. There's really nothing he brings new to the table. Oh, he's got a couple extra hands, a balloon, some extra heads. Nothing we haven't already got before. As you can probably tell, I'm all in with these Pennywise figures. If they make another one, I'm definitely going to get it. But I'm not enjoying him nearly as much as I expected to. Just nothing special for this guy. If I were to rate this figure, I'd probably give him a 6 out of 10. If I didn't have all the other Pennywise figures, he'd get probably a higher rating. But I do, and he seems very unnecessary. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.